Welcome everyone. What you don't see coming is today's timeless pick a card. Today we have three options. Option 1 on the left, unexpected visitors. Option 2 in the middle, peaks of joy. And option 3 on the right hand side, field of dreams. Take a deep breath with me. And exhale. Timestamps will be in the description box. See you at your option. If you need more time to choose, you can pause the video now. See you there. Welcome everyone who chose this beautiful card here, unexpected visitors. The number 41 could be relevant, the number 5. So first thing I want to say with the number 5 is what you don't see coming is change. And the number 41 is connected to the Ace of Cups in the traditional tarot, or in tarot, let's just say that, which represents new emotional beginnings. Now that can be a lot of things. But with unexpected visitors, you possibly have received some kind of unexpected visitor recently, or your intuition is telling you that that may happen, or maybe this is what will happen. Okay, we're going to find out now. The number 41 could be relevant, the number 5, the month of May. Someone could be 41 years old or over, or approaching. The 5th of a month could be significant. 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months. What don't you see coming? It could be in 41 days. What don't you see coming? Yeah, unexpected. Of course, that's what you don't see coming because it's unexpected. But we're going to find out more about what this could be. Or we're just going to find out. So we have Starseed Elemental. So for some of you, you're going to find out your starseed origins, or you have recently. If not, you can go ahead and check my starseed pick-a cards here on the channel. The number 45 could be relevant, as well as the number 9. Closing of a cycle. What you don't see coming, changes and closing of a cycle. Changes and closing of a cycle. Something to do maybe with children, or you being able to bring your child, your inner child out to play, or spending time with your children, or spending time with children, working with children, getting an opportunity to work with children maybe. Maybe what you don't see coming is that if you're pregnant, your child is going to have very special abilities, like metaphysical, psychic abilities. Maybe what I'm seeing as well could happen that you don't see coming is your imagination becoming a lot more fertile, because you are a lot more relaxed and a lot less serious, which will allow you to be more creative. So it could be a surge of creativity coming. Maybe life has been too serious and now you're going to find a break from all the seriousness, and because of that you're going to be able to be more lighthearted, and because of that there are more creative solutions coming through, or your creativity just gets sparked back up. And if you were experiencing creative block, that will be unblocked. Okay. We have Thief. So what you don't see coming. Look, I don't like to predict bad things here on the channel. One thing I definitely don't do is predict tragedy, so that's not what I see that this is. Maybe someone's going to steal your heart, or maybe someone who stole your heart will be unexpectedly visiting you. But for some of you, this is not tragedy, but you may want to look at your security system in your house, because there could be someone who shows up unexpectedly to steal something. So it's going to be different things for different people. But if you're getting, like, if your intuition is telling you to look at your security system, or lock the doors more, or find some kind of system where people can't get into your house, you may want to follow your intuition on that, okay? And for some of you, you're going to discover some kind of potential within you, some kind of a talent that other people can take away from you. So it could be that you discover that you may have a talent, or you may have always had a talent, and you kind of want to, now you're going to have some kind of opportunity to capitalize on that, even if it's just as a hobby. Maybe you're going to learn a new skill that aligns with a talent that you have so that you can develop that talent and do something with it. Maybe you're going to turn a hobby into a job or something professional. Maybe this is advice that would be good for you because, again, as they say, education is something no one can take away from you, right? A degree is something no one can take away from you. A skill, once you learn it. And I feel in learning this new skill, what's going to happen is that you're going to activate parts of your body and your brain that weren't activated before. You're going to create new pathways. So it's, if you felt like, for some of you, if you felt like you're too old for something, actually, if you do develop a new skill, it's actually going to keep your brain younger and sane and something like that. And plus it's going to, for some of you, it's going to develop coordination on the left side if it's been underdeveloped, or on the right side if it's been underdeveloped, including like fine muscles, like the smaller muscle groups, or strength in your hands, something like that. If you don't have very strong hands, like let's say you take up guitar lessons or something, that's going to develop coordination on your left side if you write with your right side, or it will develop coordination on your right side. I don't know, depending on, I'm just seeing that something that would be really good for your brain and keeping your brain healthy, if that makes sense, as well as certain muscle groups and developing strength that you didn't have. That's the kind of thing that I see here. So your health can't get stolen away. Okay, that could be one thing. For some reason, I get these channeled messages to go somewhere. So we have co-create. Yeah, again, this is all about creating something, or something creative that you're meant to work on or develop, or open your energy up to. Because even if you don't go that route professionally, it's going to help you in other areas of your life. I'm seeing an egg here, so maybe there's an unexpected pregnancy for some of you. So if you don't want that, you may want to, again, like I said, with the thieves in the house, lock your doors. So also check to see if you're doing everything you can to prevent a pregnancy, if that's something you don't want. But if it's something that would be welcome, then maybe this could be happening for you if you kind of feel like you could be in that situation, in that position. The number 40 could be relevant. A lot of people watching me here, I do know my demographic kind of, and I know that a lot of people are in their 40s, which is interesting here, or above 40. So we have 40, the number 4 could be relevant. Wisdom, this is, oh, I'm seeing a cheetah here. So this is happening faster than you would expect. Wisdom, you have the wisdom to tackle this, whatever this is, that for some of you could be an opportunity to co-create and collaborate on a new project here that your heart is very connected to, with that Ace of Cups energy there. Something that your heart is very connected to. You feel an emotional connection to whatever this is. And then we have the dragonfly. Oh, so what you don't see coming, whatever this is, this new thing, this unexpected thing is, it's going to trigger a very deep and powerful spiritual transformation in you. You could have Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius in your chart strongly. Some of you could be of the year of the dragon. Drag on and fly. Drag on and fly. Someone does a sport where you drag on and you fly. Maybe you've been seeing dragonflies or as symbols, or owls, or cheetahs. Okay. What else? You're going to see something clearly. that's going to make you very happy, something magical, something you weren't able to see before because life was so heavy and serious, but now you're getting a break and you're able to have more fun. You're going to see something that you couldn't see before while you were stuck in all the seriousness or all the responsibilities and burdens and whatnot. You're going to see something, you're going to see a way through that's magical and creative and joyful. Okay, so if you've had trouble concentrating because your mind was very busy with other things, you're going to be able to focus on this new skill or this new project or this new thing. And the whole journey that is going to take you on is a very spiritually transforming journey. Also focus on breath work will be important. Breathing through. Okay, we have the moon and we have feelings. For some of you, you're going to develop unexpected feelings for someone, or someone will develop unexpected feelings toward you. And they may even say that you stole their heart or something like that. Now, for some of you, the moon is also about motherhood and very feminine energy and birthing and creating life, family, lineage, motherhood. So for some of you, a lot of feelings may awaken in you as a result of you having the time to really sit with yourself. For others of you, again, this is motherhood, okay? Bringing life into the world and nurturing life into the world. For some of you, you're going to be able to, maybe you filed for adoption and that's going to pan out. For others of you, there's going to be a child that will be your responsibility and you will take care of them as a mother. For others of you, you're going to find the mother of your children, meaning you're going to have a child or find the person you want to have children with, or have a child with the person you want to have children with. Someone here could have Cancerian energy, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, or Mercury. So what don't you see coming? We have the Tower, crumbling of a faulty foundation as consequence and result of an epiphany. Something unexpected, again. I don't feel like your intuition, it's like your intuition is telling you, but you don't believe your intuition. And then you're going to be surprised. It's like a surprise, something that's going to surprise you. It could be something to do with sex. Scorpio energy, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, or Mercury could be in your chart. Something unexpected, some unexpected feelings, emotions, sexual encounter that brings unexpected results or triggers a crumbling of a faulty foundation that maybe leads you to an epiphany. Justice brings things into balance. You know, even though there's a crumbling of a foundation here that was faulty to begin with, it's going to bring you balance, bring balance to your life and fairness and justice to everyone. This could be a severing of a contract or result in a severing of a contract that was faulty to begin with. Seven of Cups. This may have been something that you have on some level fantasized about in the past, but you didn't see a way for this to happen, or you didn't think it was possible. And again, Seven of Cups could be about you discovering a talent and really honing in on that talent by developing the skills to be able to develop that talent. The Hanged Man. You're going to have some time where you don't have to do much. And in that time, you're going to see things from a different perspective. And because of that, you're going to be being able to develop other things that you didn't have time to develop. And you're going to see something from a whole new perspective because you have the time to do so. And this new perspective is going to show you what's faulty in a certain foundation that you've created in your life. Someone here could have strong Pisces in their chart. Then we have King of Wands, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries could be somewhere in your chart as well. King of Wands. definitely feeling ignited, passionate, energized, renewed, feeling that spark of inspiration again. You're going to feel inspired and motivated and enthusiastic about love. Love. Did I say love? I was going to say life. But again, okay, it could be about love. You're going to feel fired up and passionate about life and love, of course, apparently. And it's going to spark something in you. It's very lighthearted. It's very childlike. And it's going to make you feel very, very inspired. Okay, so I created some cards here. I don't know which ones came out or if they're even related with what you don't see coming, but these could be anything, okay? Maybe these are just things that you need to hear. Okay, well, before I get into that, I'm also seeing the sign of Libra. Okay. So, I'm also seeing you developing the courage and the confidence that you didn't have before to bring justice to your situation, to stand up for yourself, to throw in the towel for some of you, but just take what resonates. Okay, guys, so let's get into these cards that I created. It says, go learn something you never considered before. Okay, so that's the skill. That's interesting because I don't remember where these cards were placed. I made these piles long ago, like not long ago, but a few days ago. So it's interesting that the skills came up. Maybe you're going to go learn something you never considered before. So there you go. I'm sorry about my handwriting. You know, my brain moves a lot faster than my hand, and I'm not very patient writer. So there you go. Handwriting for you. Another skill maybe I should consider developing is better handwriting. Then we have go 1 year without buying new clothes unless, and it says unless, and I'm going to complete the phrase saying unless you have some specific thing you need to go to, and you can't borrow clothes from anyone else. And the reason being is because if you have a tendency to think that you always need something and always consume something and always spend money on something, then it's almost like filling a void. And even if you do fill that void, like very temporarily, it's not. There's always an itch. There's always the void because you're not creating anything that makes you feel fulfilled. If that makes sense. Unless you buy clothes and create something with them and do something with them. But what this is saying is that if you have that habit of always needing to buy new things and you've done it repetitively and you still feel a void, then it's because your energies should be directed toward developing a skill instead of spending money and getting new things, okay? Ooh, and this one says, if you are already always wanting something, again, this seems to be tied to this energy, compulsivity. Are you like prone to being compulsive with something? If you're always wanting something, you're needy, and that is unattractive. Okay, sorry, this is very blunt, but I'm not. Okay, this is not me. This is my channeling. But again. You know, again, I feel the message, this message came through because what it wants to say is that being attractive isn't related to what you wear or the makeup that you put on or your haircut. It's more about the energy of being comfortable in your skin because you know that you are developing your talents and you are the centerpiece, not your clothes, not your makeup, not your hair, it's you. And if you allow yourself to create and develop skills and use your talents, the talents that God gave you, that is what makes you glow from within. That is what is attractive. Constantly needing something or someone or some kind of feedback is creating a sense of lack in you that will create more lack, and you will keep needing and needing and needing more, and it gets you into this unattractive cycle because your energy is not giving anything out to the universe. You're always expecting something to come to you, and because of that, your energy becomes unattractive to others because there needs to be an exchange in the giving. And maybe you think you're giving by expecting, but you're not really, if that makes sense. Okay? And then we have, you don't need more candles. You need to learn a new skill. Again, there you go. It goes back to the same theme here. And then it says, you don't need a new lip gloss, you need to drink more water. So again, you may be trying to find cosmetic solutions that would be resolved with something as simple as, sorry about my voice, I was singing up until late yesterday. You don't need a new lip gloss, you need to drink more water. So again, sometimes we forget that the basics, right? So if we want our skin, our hair to be hydrated, our organs to function, our lymphatic system to move, our fascia, the blood, everything, we need to hydrate properly. And what is the principal, most basic necessity that we have is drinking water. It's a basic need. But we tend to, actually I'm going to grab some. But we tend to, at times, we are so bombarded with information that we forget the basics. And we forget that maybe our lips are dehydrated because we're not drinking enough water. And so we go out finding all these solutions to hydrate our lips, and we're just putting stuff on top of them, and we're not really fixing the underlying problem. Like physically, not physically, but the literal underlying problem, which is in the skin, underlying the lip gloss, right? So it's about, the whole reading I feel is about getting to the bottom of things, not just scratching the surface, okay? If you have a talent, go all the way with it. Go, just learn it. Take the time. And if you're someone who is impatient like me, like with writing here, developing a new skill, which is something I'm doing right now. If you're someone who likes, if your brain works fast and you like to see things happen fast because there are skills and talents that are natural to you and you develop naturally because it's your comfort zone, then you're not going to want to spend any time doing things that take more time, right? And so I feel like society these days has learned to scroll a lot, and that's fast information. We're so used to fast information. And so everyone is looking at other people developing their skills, but they're not really developing theirs. So there's something about putting your phone down as well here. And so there's something about, it says, want to meet like-minded people, hang out where they hang out. People who maybe develop the same skills you do, or, maybe just needed to hear that message. And then we have, nothing is yet set in stone. So maybe you have just thrown in the towel and thought, okay, this is what my life's going to be. No point in developing any new skills. I'm too old for that, or whatever. And that's very set in stone in your mind. But, it's not. It doesn't have to be. You can still change things. Things are not fully decided for you just yet, okay? There's still things you can change if you want to. And so that was your reading, guys. I hope this brought you some clarity. I know these are new here, so I just threw them in because I felt like it, because I got called to do it. Let me know what you think about these new cards here. If they went a little bit too far, I'm sorry. It's just what I channel. And I feel all these messages are valid for anyone at certain given times in people's lives, and people need to hear this or not. So you don't have to take this message. You can fully reject it and choose another pile, of course, or not watch this video altogether. But that was your reading. It was a pleasure to read for everyone. I hope this brought you the clarity that you seek. Thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. It helps the channel. It helps to bring you more. Extra content is on Patreon. Information for that is in the description box. It was a pleasure to read for everyone today. Have a beautiful day. See you in the next one. Bye. Welcome everyone who chose this card, Peaks of Joy. This is going to be a reading about what you don't see coming. The number 33 could be relevant. You could be connected to the Ascended Masters. 3 plus 3 is also a 6. Venusian energy, you could have Taurus or Libra in your chart. Maybe you recently experienced a peak of joy, or maybe there's a peak of joy or some peaks of joy coming your way that you don't see coming. Maybe there's an understanding around the energy of joy and the peaks of joy, and if constant joy is possible or not. Okay. Progress, third house energy, Gemini energy could also be present in this reading here. Okay. What you don't see coming, awakened awareness, an awakening of your third eye, of your clairvoyance through a dream or strong visions coming through for you. The number 17 could be relevant, the number 8. Visions and awareness connected to prosperity and stability, okay? There's going to be a clearing of any distortion and illusion that you may have been experiencing. You're going to see something beyond the veil. You're going to become more aware of what's been running you subconsciously. So there's something about the subconscious coming out to your awareness. There's also something about energetic sovereignty, meaning that you're learning to use energy to empower yourself. I feel it growing outside of your comfort zone as well here. What you've seen so far is just the tip of the iceberg. You're going to see a lot more. Okay? You're going to be exposed to more. We have hedonist. Inspires creative energy to embrace the good things in life. Celebrates the beauty in yourself. You're going to wake up to your own divinity and the beauty within you. But at the same time, you're also going to wake up to a realization of where you could have been a little idle and what you could work more toward. Also, what you don't see coming is a realization that you can turn your downtime into something creative and something productive. What you don't see coming also is the awareness around how the pursuit of pleasure could have been leading you to health-related struggles. So if you already know that you're experiencing some kind of health-related struggle, you're going to start going back and connecting the dots back to behaviors and beliefs that you've been holding and following that have been chipping at your health in some way. So there's a solution. You're awakening to a solution, a health solution, or a solution to your health, so that you can tackle this on time. You're going to see that the pursuit of a certain pleasure in your life has led to something, either because this pleasure has somehow created stress on your body, either by way of cortisol levels or glucose levels, something like that. But your body was stressed out to a point where it started giving you signs. And you're gonna, what's the word for it? You're gonna trace it back to certain pleasurable behaviors. So what I'm seeing here is, at the same time, what you don't see coming is that you're going to have to find pathways to substitute certain pleasurable things for other things that also may not bring you immediate pleasure, but as you do them more often and more regularly and consistently, you're going to start substituting the previous unhealthy pleasure for a new healthy pleasure that may be a little bit more work, but in the long run, it becomes pleasurable. Does that make sense? And you know, with any habit, it takes 7 weeks to make and break habits. And by stopping one and substituting it for the other one in a time span of 7 weeks, you're doing both breaking the one habit and making the new habit, if that makes sense. Now, this could be unhealthy behaviors, unhealthy thinking, okay? Or behaviors and thinking that leads to a lack of health within your body, mind, soul, and emotions, okay? So it could be something as simple as substituting sugar cravings for the solution. Like, it could be exercise, or it could be a hobby, or it could be spending time doing other things so that you don't have to fill the void or feel the craving, if that makes sense. It could be something like substituting your self-concept and your assumptions and your normal thoughts for thoughts that you prefer to have, because everything we think, we keep creating in our reality. Everything we speak into the universe, we create in our reality. These are spells. So once you understand that, there could be a need for you, or a discovery that you can change that. You can reprogram the way your brain is wired. And it takes 7 weeks. So if you need help reprogramming the way your brain is thinking, you can use my, sorry guys, I was singing until late. So you can be reprogramming your mind. And you can use my affirmation meditations here on the channel. I'm going to leave both of them, both the affirmation meditation to raise your vibration, as well as the guided meditation to improve your self-concept. I'll leave it as a suggestion at the end of this video, top here. You can click on it once you get to the end of this option here, okay? And you can listen to it mornings and night times for 7 weeks. Each video is about 11 minutes, 11 seconds long. So if you watch both in the morning, both in the afternoon, or right before you go to bed, it's a 44.44 minute investment of your day, and you just have to listen to it. You can be right before you fall asleep, or right when you wake up, okay? So we have mending. So what you don't see coming is someone may be wanting to mend things with you, or you will have to mend something, or yeah, something needs to be mended, or something will be mended with someone. The number 52 could be relevant, the number 5. Mending things. Okay, maybe someone who destroyed or severed a bond with you because of something unhealthy. Maybe coming in to mend things with you. This could be a friend or a relative or a co-worker or someone you know, where the relationship went sour because of that person's addictions or behaviors toward you that were unhealthy. And they're coming in to mend things with you. Now, for others of you, what you don't see coming is something that you're going to have to mend. Like, it could be a physical thing. And then we have the Lamb here. So you could have, or the person could have Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo in their chart, your charts. That could be Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury, South Node, North Node, okay? Sorry. This person is coming in peace, and they've developed patience, or there's some kind of mending here that's going to lead you to peace, or you deciding to let go of a bad habit or bad thoughts or addictions or something will bring you peace. But you're going to have to be patient with this process and patient with yourself. And things take time and things take effort and work until they don't feel like work, until they are a part of you, until they bring you so much peace that your body starts to respond to the stimulus of this thing in a more positive way. because your body's gotten used to something healthier. Much like the Pavlov's dog experience, right? If you don't know what that is, you can look into it. There's a sense of inner peace that is coming from you understanding certain things and doing the work and mending bridges and... Oh, okay. I just heard something else here. If you're thinking like of buying something new and you still have things in your closet that you need to send off to get fixed, like these are things that you really like, but you never really got on to send them to be fixed, that's what you need to do. Because I'm seeing a thread here. So there's something about sewing clothes, that maybe you need to sew something or your clothes need to be mended so that you can use them again. Because these are clothes that you really like and really bring you joy, and that's why you've held on to them, but you're not taking them to be fixed. So, the numinous. What you don't see coming, and we have the, we have this amethyst here. So the amethyst is telling me something about dreams. So maybe you're going to have a dream that is going to awaken you to something that you need to do, or something that you need to release and let go of that is toxic, and it's like an addiction. Because it could be ruining good relationships that you have even. I feel like you're going to be aware that you have an addiction, and you're going to let go of it. You're going to let go of it. And the mystery behind the reason why you weren't experiencing joy more stably, or peace in a stable way, was because of this addiction here. Yeah. And it was like kind of like hidden from you because you didn't see it as something that was affecting you so much. You know, with peaks here, I'm just going to look at, there are certain things I'm going to be very, I'm going to be, because this is such a, you know, like when, let's just use sugar. You eat sugar, right? It gives you a sugar high, the peak, right? But then it gives you a sugar crash. See? High and then a crash. So before you ate sugar, you were, let's say, here, right? And you thought, okay, if I eat sugar, I'm going to feel better. Like it's going to give me a high, right? What you don't expect is that you go from here to here, and when it crashes, it's down here. Down, right? It's no longer here. And then down here, you need more sugar, right? But then you go further down there. So I just gave sugar as an example, but you can apply that to other things. And so you're going to realize that the problem was what you thought was the solution, if that makes sense. The problem was what you thought was the solution. I'm going to write that down. Okay. Okay, let's look into the tarot now. So we have Five of Wands. Yeah, there's been something that's been challenging for you. Or you've been facing challenges, or life has been feeling like one big challenge. But what you don't see coming is the solution to change this, with the number 5 being there. 3 of Swords. Yeah, there's been a lot of pain through this whole process. You've been betraying yourself in the midst of all this, and you're going to see how. And you're going to awaken to that awareness. There's going to be some kind of information that you receive that is going to show you how you have been putting yourself through pain time and time again, how you have been putting yourself through these challenges. You're going to become aware of this either through someone who communicates this to you. Could be someone younger than you who could have Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius in their chart. Or it could just be something that you find during your research or on social media, or while you're learning something. And then we have Knight of Pentacles. That's going to set you on a healthier, more stable, prosperous, long-lasting solution for yourself, okay? Someone here, truffles could be significant. And then we have someone likes shiitake, mushrooms, and we have temperance. So there's a solution that's going to lead you to healing and balancing out your energy, transmuting negative into positive. Someone here could have Sagittarius in their chart, or someone could have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius as well. So you're going to find a solution toward healing, a solution toward balancing yourself out, and the reason why you've been experiencing all these challenges and all these struggles, which I explained before. Now, I created these cards here and I shuffled them. I don't know what they say. I shuffled these a few days ago for each pile. I sometimes prepare the piles days in advance, so I don't know what's in here. They are mostly things that, messages, okay, that could be related or not to what you don't see coming, and maybe you need to hear these things. So I just decided to throw them in this reading. I felt called to do so, so let me know if you like them, if they resonate, if they're helpful. So we have want a stable life partner, ask everything you need to know at the beginning and believe them, okay? So maybe that's something you need. And maybe you don't experience stability in your partnership, or you found out something about your partner that you're not happy about, and it's because you didn't ask all these questions. And maybe, you know what, maybe you didn't ask these questions because maybe you didn't even know yourself that well when you first got together with this person. Maybe because you were too young and your frontal lobe wasn't fully developed. You know that according to science that happens around the age of 27. So most people make all their mistakes until they're 27, and you know, they are adults. So adulthood doesn't always guarantee a full frontal developed lobe, or making good decisions. In fact, the first, we're adults after we're 18, so the first 9 to 10 years of being an adult is when most people make the biggest mistakes in their lives. And so it could be that you could be in that time frame, or you could have gotten together with someone during that time in your life, and you didn't know yourself properly and you didn't ask the right questions. And so you didn't experience a stable life partnership or the kind of person that you would want. And so because you didn't ask those questions, or maybe you are in your 20s right now and this is advice that you need. Or maybe this is something that you need to remember, okay? And you know, sometimes we develop codependencies with people and addictions to people and addictions with the people in partnerships, toxic behaviors or toxic something, because we don't like to be wrong, right? And so to prove ourselves right, and to there are sometimes unhealthy mechanisms that two people in a partnership can develop, and whereas the partnership could even be stable, apparently there's something very unstable going on between the two people, and so there's a sense of feeling not very satisfied. So that's how I see that this message could be connected there. Next one. Want a nice, long-lasting, beautiful, loving partnership. Okay. Stay away from, what did I write there? Bars. Okay. People who drink. Okay. So, yeah. That could be a thing. Now, people who drink here could be any other addiction that people may have. It could be sex, it could be pills, it could be sugar. I'm not to say that, you know, stay away from people who have addictions, but try to learn and ask all the questions so that you know if someone has an addiction. Listen more than you speak. And normally people will tell you everything you need to know about them if you give them enough time, if you listen intently enough. to know if you want to respond back or leave it alone or work on it, or at least get information of how you can work on it, or at least tell the person, you know what, I'm not dealing with anyone who's doing this or that because this and that. And that gives the person an opportunity to go work on themselves or to leave you alone, you know? So that's something here that you may want to know. And it says you don't need new skincare. You need to finish the products you have. Okay, so this is about zero waste. It's about being mindful of what you buy, because so that you don't throw it away and you use it and your money is well spent and you're not just putting your money down the toilet. And it's also about finishing something that you start. And also I'm going to make an analogy between relationships. Ask the right questions so that you don't have to end up throwing people away. It's just the thought. Then we have eat clean. If it can even end up being cheaper. So there's sometimes a misconception that some things that are healthy are more expensive, but then if you look at your health bill, it can become a lot more expensive because of all the crap that you've been eating that was cheap. Okay, so there's a saying in Portuguese that says "o barato sai caro," which means cheaper things end up costing you a lot more. So yeah, so it's about having less in your fridge and in your house, but having more of the healthy stuff. And you know, a lot of like crappy food has become a lot more expensive, and so what's really the point, right? You don't need fancy skincare products. You need to drink more water. Okay, so this already came through in option 1, so there could be messages in option 1 for you. But again, this is saying that a lot of times we forget the basics. We forget to do what our body actually needs, which is hydration, for everything to function, for your skin to function well, for your hair, your organs. And then we think we need some kind of miracle, which I'm not saying we don't, but if you're not already drinking the water, what are you doing putting stuff on your skin? Like, even if you put hyaluronic acid on your skin, let's say, right? A lot of people do that. You know, the function for that is to draw the water that is in your body to your skin. So if there's no water in your body, you're just spinning your wheels and you're spending your money on something that's not going to work, because its whole function is to bring, because it's for like people who are older, right? The whole idea is to bring water to your skin. And if there's no water running through your body, it's going to be a useless product and you're just spending money, okay? It says, challenge yourself by acquiring a skill you thought was only for others. They had to start too. So sorry about my handwriting, guys. I know this is horrible, but I don't like to waste paper or time. I see, it's so hard for me to even read my own handwriting. It's because my brain works a lot faster than my hand, and I'm quite impatient when it comes to writing. But because I want to get the message out. I guess that's why. Maybe you think there's no point in starting because you see other people already killing it, right? But they also had to start there. They also went through all of that. Where there's glamour, there was a lot of hard work behind it. Where there's good skin, there's someone who learned about how to have a healthy skin before putting on products, right? That's the kind of thing that's coming through here. What you don't see coming, communication, okay? Communication from someone, maybe around the last week of May, okay? Communication around the last week of May that will bring you a new beginning. This could be something to do with a Gemini, or if you have Gemini in your chart. Now, again, it says communication is key. So you need to maybe work on communication here to be able to have a new beginning, to overcome challenges. Maybe there's something, a way of communicating that is not being very productive or effective, or you not communicating is creating challenges in your life here that are unnecessary. Again, communication is key. So this comes to relationships again. I feel you could get on, if you are wanting to improve your relationship or be in a new relationship, or a relationship that is stable and loving and all those things, you may need to look into the way you're communicating or the things that you're doing that are not aligning with this. Okay? So that was your reading. It was a pleasure to read for everyone today. Let me know how that resonates for you. Let me know if you enjoy these new cards. If it didn't resonate, you can go ahead, choose another pile or no pile at all. And then, of course, thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. It helps the channel. It helps to bring you more. If you want to be notified of future uploads on the channel, all you have to do is subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Extra content is on Patreon. It was a pleasure to read for everyone. Have a beautiful day. Bye. See you in the next one. Welcome everyone who chose Field of Dreams, the number 21. I'm seeing 3 people here, so that could be significant to you. The number 21 could be significant to you. Making progress, communication, socializing, things you're dreaming of creating in your life or happening, projects maybe. Fields of dreams are fields of dreams engulfed in fire. So that is a reference to a Taylor Swift song called Love of My Life. So that could be significant to you. Maybe too many cooks in the kitchen, who knows? Something about springtime could be significant. The month of March, if you are in the Northern Hemisphere. The 21st of March would be springtime. Interesting. So there could be something around the 21st of March for those of you who are in the Northern Hemisphere here. Easter could be significant. That will be April for whoever celebrates that. The Easter eggs. Oh, there's also the celebration of spring and the eggs and the new and the conception and what is it called? You guys know. Some of you guys know what that is with the eggs. There's a name for spring celebration in Celtic culture, I believe, maybe. Let me know in the comment section if you want to. Okay, the opportunity to create or to experience your dreams that maybe you thought was lost. Okay. Furred and feathered friends, so something maybe about animals is coming through or animal totems. The number 27 could be relevant, closing a cycle with the number 9. The 27th, between the 21st and the 27th of March, that could be a significant time for you. And again, now I'm seeing the bunny. The bunny. Easter bunny. But I'm also seeing a white fox, a seal, a snake, a rattlesnake more specifically maybe. I'm seeing a rooster, a springbok or a deer. I'm seeing a fish. I'm seeing an eagle. Stag energy. I'm seeing a stag energy here. Butterflies. Birds. Specifically a hummingbird could be significant, and a snail. I'm also seeing a wolf in the back there. So these could be animal totems for you. If you have been seeing any of these animals, maybe you need to go search their significance online. Go search, research what they mean, because they have meaning. All right. Maybe what you don't see coming is that you're going to make a difference for yourself by making different food choices. Maybe you're going to be focused more on ethical consumption, or you're going to learn something about ethical consumption, or changing changing your eating habits is going to positively affect your brain in a sense that it's going to become clearer and you're going to make better decisions when it comes to following your dreams or creating something you want to create. Okay? Yeah. Maybe you're going to discover that you have a special connection with animals, or what you don't see coming is a new animal into your life. Okay? Okay, and then we have healer. Okay, so maybe what you don't see coming is healing through animals or healing through ethical consumption in a way, or you're going to discover that you are a healer yourself and you do have a passion to serve others by repairing their body, mind, and spirit. Maybe you do already work in this area, in this realm, as an energy healer, as a physician, as a nurse, as a naturopath, as an apothecary, whatever. Or maybe you sell ethical consumption products, or maybe you're going to get into that. Maybe you're going to find out that a way to healing through ethical consumption. You're going to start taking better care of yourself, and your brain is going to benefit, and by consequence and osmosis, so will you be able to further develop your skills and your dreams. Okay? And see a path to, we have the fates. The number 17 could be relevant. There is something fated that you don't see coming. And with the number 17 being an 8, 1 plus 7 is an 8, it is somehow tied to stable prosperity. But the 8 also, if you lie an 8 down, it's also something that keeps going round and round in a loop and keeps you stuck. So maybe you've been stuck in a certain way of thinking. And again, it could be that you're stuck to numerology and you're too stuck to the idea of numbers. And that is keeping you limited. You need to break free from the limitation of looking at numbers, because they're going to keep you in this loop. You know, I always speak of the number 8 as being stable prosperity, but it also keeps you stuck. So there's a way of achieving prosperity in a way that is stable without keeping yourself stuck. What you don't see coming is a way to break free from the loop and set yourself free from the whole numbers thing. See that you can transcend the numbers, the astrology, all of that. Because I feel here you maybe learned a lot about numerology, astrology, what have you, even gurus speaking about spirituality, but all this information has been keeping you still in a loop, stuck. And it's because you're meant to gain this knowledge, but you're not meant to stay in the knowledge. You're meant to learn it and then transcend it and understand that you're not bound by it, if that makes sense. So maybe this is something that you don't see coming, is that you're going to discover that maybe you've been stuck in this loop and you're freeing yourself. Okay? You know, it's the same with like superstition. I'm not telling anyone to not be superstitious, but like the Vietnamese, for example, will only live in a home that is in a number above 5 or 6 or something like that. It's superstition, right? They believe that, and it's not because it is. Of course, numbers hold a vibration, but again, there's way beyond numbers, higher up in dimensions that have nothing to do with the vibration here on the material world that you can access, right? And so, I'm not saying all Vietnamese, okay? I'm saying probably wealthy people who have the money to buy a house, that they can choose the number, right? I'm not talking about, and you know, so if you believe that a number is going to hold a vibration in your life, then because you learned it from some other human being, then it will, right? But the more you realize that you are a divine being and you are connected to source, you know that these things are limiting us in the 3D reality, and that you can create any reality you want and bring it down here and make it your own, right? Your reality is your own. Just because in someone else's reality the number 8 or the number 6 or the number 7 holds a certain vibration, it doesn't mean that that has to be true in the reality you create for yourself. We have the cobra here. Okay, so snakes, cobras could be significant, and you know that has been tied to the energy of healing, but also very negative things. So again, there's a dichotomy here. There's a cobra or a snake or a serpent. Okay, there's these different terms for different people, different creeds, different religions, different what have you, hold different energy. So for some it represents healing, for others it represents something very negative. And so again, what is your reality? If you block out all the noise and all the gurus and all the texts and all the books, what is real to you? Observe. I'm not saying become a scientist, because, you know, you don't have to go to that extreme, but that is a part of it. You can absolutely observe and take your own conclusions and connect to your own higher self, to the universe, spirit, your soul, right? And draw your own conclusions. So I feel like you're going to be drawing your own conclusions. You're going to pause, you're going to observe, and you're going to look into that inner teacher with a cobra energy here. And you're going to wait, because sometimes we receive information, right, about methods that people follow. They're great at the beginning, and then we start to see as time goes by that the thing that was great, that was supposed to do something for that person, actually over time ends up creating a worse problem than the one that they had before, right? So we need to observe things over time. Yeah, you need to be more observant of people, of circumstances, of... Don't just rely on things that have been published by other people, is what I guess I'm saying here. Be a humble student of life. That will bring you wisdom and knowledge, true wisdom and knowledge, from first-hand wisdom and knowledge. Yes, taking a class is great, studying through books is great, listening to other people is great, but look at your own experience. Don't discount that. And I feel that's what you're getting more into, actually. That's going to be more empowering for you. So coupling the knowledge you already gained and the knowledge you're going to start seeking out for yourself with your own conclusions, comparing the two will create your new reality, will strengthen you, will activate other things in you, other pathways in your brain. So it's a combination of what you've learned from other people with what you've observed, and you're going to weed out a lot of what you've learned. But here, I'm seeing two things here. If you've been too stuck on your own experience, and let's say just because you are very rigid in your own experience, you don't understand that other possibilities are possible. Like, I'm going to give one example. I get some comments here on the channel. And you know, mind you, these are people who come repetitively over time. They just won't leave the channel alone. I don't know why, if they disagree so much with what I do here, and they say the same things. And it's coming from a place of their own framework. What they don't understand is that there's a whole world of people out there. These are people who definitely did not study psychology. They did not pair the psychology they studied with their own observances, and they have certain ideas that are very crystallized, right? Because they're basing it on their own experience in their own country, in their own town, with the people that they know. When there are 144 countries, maybe more, I don't know, correct me on that if you want to. There are 5 continents or more, maybe 6. I don't know if Antarctica is considered one. I think so. These things are always changing. Then, like, Pluto used to be a planet, now it's not, whatever. Then it is again, I don't know. then, you know, it's just like there's so many different cultures, so many different religions, so many different experiences, like change. You know, to learn means to change your behavior. You know someone has learned something when it changes their behavior. So to say that people never change is a fallacy in itself, because as we learn new things, it always changes us. So to say that a human being never changes means that that human being is not learning anything, which, you know, in my experience, if you ask me, in my opinion, my humble opinion, it's not everyone's opinion, it's not an opinion I am putting on someone else. It's quite worrying if someone's not changing and learning, okay? So I feel there's a lot that you're going to be learning, and it's going to lead to certain changed behaviors as well. I see you are humble, you do want to learn, and you're going to turn more into your inner teacher now. You've learned everything the gurus put out there, you've learned everything in the books, you've learned everything, and now you're going to summarize all this and ask yourself what makes sense according to what you observe and what doesn't make sense. Because there's a teacher within you as well. Maybe you're too humble to see that. King of Swords, you could have Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius strongly in your chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, or Mercury. You're going to be able to discern certain things that before you didn't want to or weren't able to. You're going to make up your own mind about things now. You're going to swipe left a lot of things, and, you know, maybe there will be no gurus for you anymore. And that's fine. But that actually means that you've mastered your own inner guide, right? And so there's a lot of dreams that you thought you had that you're going to destroy. There's a lot of thoughts that you thought you had or you had that are going to render obsolete, exactly. The Star. And then you're going to make your own dreams come true. Because a lot of the things that you learned have taught you or told you that your dreams were impossible, or healing was impossible, or it took all hope from you at the same time. And you're going to recover that hope. You're going to find a way to heal. You're going to make your dreams come true. You're going to achieve those long-term goals. Right? Because you're reclaiming your power here. The Lovers. Okay, there could be a soulmate connection here in the mix. Gemini energy, Aquarius energy again. There could be a big decision around love here that you need to make, but you need to heal something to be able to make the right decision, if that makes sense. But I feel you're going to make the right decision with the King of Swords here. You're going to make a decision towards something that is empowering, that is a dream come true. It says Caesar's mushroom here, so Caesar could be a significant name for some of you. And then we have the Knight of Cups. What you don't see coming could be that someone has made a decision about you to take things to the next level, or to propose to you, or to move in with you, or to take a friendship to be something more, because they see you as a soulmate. They see you as their wish come true. Okay? And maybe this person, I feel this person is also your wish come true. I'm now seeing Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Could be Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, or Mercury for you or this person, or both of you. And we have the Page of Wands, a new passionate beginning that is also emotional. Action being taken. There could be an age gap here. Someone here could have a child, or you could end up having a child with this person. But I see you feeling more motivated, more energized, more passionate, and shyly stepping into a new beginning here that you feel emotionally connected to and passionate about, that aligns with a wish you have and have been holding for quite some time. Now, I created these cards here. I've already shuffled them a few days ago, so I don't know what's in here. Sometimes I prepare the piles a few days in advance. So let's see what is in these for you. Now, again, this could have nothing to do with what you see coming, what you don't see coming, but I do feel it is related because in the past piles it was. This is just something I was called to throw in here. Please don't mind my handwriting. My brain works faster than my hand. I know that's true for most people, but I'm a little bit impatient. And I've never really cared to develop the skill. Well, I did when I was younger, but I still, I just write any other way. So, because I wanted to get the message out, and for me, it's a lot more urgent than, form. I'm more focused on this channel, I focus more on, what is the word for it? Content than what looks good. I try to look good on the channel, but some things are not going to be perfect, and that's okay. If we were all waiting for things to be perfect, we wouldn't be starting anything or doing anything. So, and if you saw how I started this channel, it looks very different. Not the same camera, not the same sound, not the same setting, not the same cards, right? I just started with what I had. So that could be a message for you as well about a dream or achieving a dream or making a decision here to pursue something you love. Maybe there's something fated here that is happening for you. But anyway, let's see what comes out for you. What messages are here? And we have, next time you think of buying something, think about your last declutter session. When I go out and buy something, or when I go out and look at the shops, whatever, I like to see what's out there. There could be something really interesting that I really, really connect to. And, it's just a way to unwind at times, but I don't really end up buying anything, not very often. And that's because I've done way too many decluttering sessions in my life. I've spent way too much money on clothes that I now regret, because most of these things I wore like maybe once or twice. And it's a total waste of money. You can borrow and lend things like clothes and get them back. And what was new for you once is going to be new for someone else. Or you could just sell them secondhand or whatever. But the whole energy behind having to throw something away, having to look in your wardrobe and not like what you see, once you have enough experience with that, you can look at a rack of clothes at a store and know immediately what's not going to be there for long. And so when I look at a rack at a store, I can always tell what's going to be my next decluttering session, so I don't even bother to spend my money. So this could be an important message to you. If you go into stores and look at things like that, just get back to me and tell me your experience with that. You don't need the new iPhone. You need to go to the dentist. Okay, so a lot of people spending and maybe it's just a little wake-up call for someone here to just pay attention to your health, because you may need that more right now. This just may be spirit nudging you to go get checked while you may be focused on buying something new, okay? It's not to accuse you of being a mindless consumer. That's not what I'm doing here, nor am I judging anyone, okay? We've all fallen into this one way or another. But anyway, go 1 month without purchasing a new thing. Okay, this is maybe an exercise that you would benefit from doing. That will make you have to look at your stuff differently and either value your things or throw them away, because you're not putting your energy on something. It's having you look at what you already have. It says, organize your space, your life, declutter instead of shopping. Again, I don't know why this message is coming to you so strongly. Save and invest instead of spending. Because when you invest, it can grow and it can become something a lot more significant in the future and can buy you a lot more significant things than the mindless little knickknacks and plastic that ends up having to be recycled, or the clothes that end up having to go into a dump or whatever. So again, and again, we've all done it one way or another, right? So it's the same thing as if you're giving someone a present. Sometimes friends get together to give their friend a better present on their birthday or something like that. Or as a parent, you can decide to give one really good present to your kid than several different like things just to have the thrill of opening them, right? Seeing the value in something that, you know, it's quality over quantity, and you know what your child can do with that, or what your friend can do with a better thing. And so it's better to save or to invest and have something grow so that you can buy something more significant to your life than if you are just mindlessly spending. Well, I'm not calling anyone mindless here, okay? I've done the same thing. But anyway, it's a trap. Anyway, you don't need a new handbag. You need to learn self-defense, okay? So someone needed to hear that. And then you don't need a new sound system. You need to learn how to play an instrument. Okay, so this is speaking to someone here who loves music and would feel so fulfilled by pursuing music in some way, even if just as a hobby, because that would create a sense of well-being, peace, and satisfaction that would build up a sense of strength and confidence, and that would be a lot more satisfying than the sound system for someone out there in this given point in time. I'm not saying that someone cannot get a sound system, but someone watching this needs this message for some reason. And then we say, we have expect powerful change. So there's going to be some kind of powerful new beginning and change for you. That involves a big decision here, and healing, and a wish come true. Something very empowering, because we have empowerment and we have the word powerful. So I feel this Pluto in Aquarius could be bringing you a lot of change. I know it's bringing a lot of people a lot of change, but I feel the next new moon eclipse is going to be very significant for you guys specifically. I believe it's around March, okay? So correct me if I'm wrong and let me know if this is not the case. Or if it is, just if you want to comment when that will be for everyone to know and consult the comment section, go ahead and do so. It was a pleasure to read for everyone. I hope this was helpful. I hope this brought you the clarity that you seek. It was a pleasure to read for everyone today. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. It helps the channel, helps to bring you more. If you want to be notified of future uploads on the channel, hit the bell for notifications. If you want a reading from me, get on my mailing list by sending me an email. The email is in the description box, and ask to be added to my mailing list. Just do that. Please add me to your mailing list, and I will add you to my mailing list, because that's where everyone's going to know when I am available for readings, between what dates, what is the time frame for you to book, and all other information of what kinds of services and readings I do have, and what else. Thank you for watching. It was a pleasure to read for you guys. Have a beautiful day. Bye.